Not much. They don't share.
Good afternoon.
Well, I didn't know something.
Welcome to the Transportation Committee today. Next basis. I'm sorry, I'm behind tonight. It's gonna be a quick, short meeting. Does everyone know each other here at the table? If they introduce themselves, but I think you know each other, right? I want to welcome all the new members and the old members. Thank you for signing up. I hope you'll be able to contribute to the meeting. Not much is going on, so I'm calling it to order at 12:02. Okay, did everyone have a chance to look at the minutes? I didn't give you a copy, I'm sorry.
I have one.
Okay, you have one?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Motion to accept the minutes.
Any comments, questions, corrections? No, no. Yes. We accept the minutes as written. Moving on. We're gonna do old business first. Anyone have any old business? What about the oldest business in this room? Okay. Moving right on. Any new business? We'll get to the general discussion. New business? No. Okay, now we'll do general discussion, and yes, I recognize you, sir.
Okay. I represent Somerset B,
Mhm.
okay, and our complaint, our building, the bus, I think this is wrong, it should be 2926. Okay,
What are you talking about?
Bus, no bus.
2926, okay. Not only is it excessively loud, but the fumes it requires us to have to clean our condos at least twice a day from diesel fumes, okay? We have 3 people that have to wear masks in our building all the time. Nan downstairs, hers will be black, okay, twice a day from diesel fumes, okay? So she's contacted an attorney, okay, because it's affecting her health. All I'm saying is, instead of just getting tied up in this legal stuff and costing money, why can't you just not use that bus on the route that comes through Somerset? Or just I can't believe that bus is even allowed on Century Village property.
Is that the bus that?
It goes around the pool, so it has to stop at a number of times, and it is so loud, it can wake everybody up.
I can't do it.
It's the
There was a
fumes
bus,
that-
is that the bus that Bobby was?
No,
that's
that's round two. What
Your
round
building
is,
is-
yeah.
That's a
Right,
different
yeah.
bus. Okay, that bus was a problem. There might be a bus. This is the first I'm hearing it. Remember what I said to you? If someone would put the complaint in writing, it would have been addressed by the supervisor. So
Well, I don't know anything
if she's
about
going to an
form.
attorney, she didn't even bother to come in.
Well, but we didn't know anything about a form, okay? All I did
Excuse me?
was send an email.
I have
Us
only
and
been
that-
saying it for 1 year.
But he doesn't come to the meetings, he's a resident of B.
You don't watch channel 590, 591? No, and you don't
I
read the
read the
paper?
emails, okay,
You read the, what do you know?
that UCO email that gets sent out.
I'm Donald Blog.
Do
you ever
go to
delegate assembly?
No,
Okay, so for your information, and I'm being nice and not being sarcastic, we have all this information in the legal paper, we have it on channel 591. We have it on the blog. I'm shocked to hear that people still don't know. Anytime you have a complaint, or anyone in your building, you can get a form from me or from the clubhouse and put down the complaint. You have to put the time, the bus number, and I will pass it on. We fax it immediately over to the supervisors, and they do address the problems. So that's the first. We had another problem in her building, and it was taken care of. The bus had a problem, and they took it out of service and they fixed it. So now It's the first time we're hearing it, and they're first gonna look at it now, when they could have looked at it when you first. And
Well, it
Diane, if you knew
hasn't
that
been-
was the problem, why didn't you say something, put it in?
Because I was going, I didn't write down the bus number, I was going, as it turns
What you
around.
had to do is say route number, whatever. it
You're
is.
right, so, ladies and gentlemen, please listen to me. If there is a problem, as far as a bus making noise, they're all very noisy. If you don't want a big bus and I get you a little bus, you're not getting the kneeling, you're not getting the vintage you're getting now.
Our
So
complaint is the fumes.
let's focus on what there might be a big problem, the problem being that maybe this particular bus has a problem like the other bus that you took out of service, and they'd be happy to take it out and take a look at it.
Well, as far as I know, it hasn't been on our route for the last 3 days.
So let me ask you something, what's your name again, I'm sorry?
Mark.
Mark.
Hines,
You live,
34 Somerset.
you live in Somerset,
Yes.
so you've seen this bus,
Oh, yeah.
when was the last time you saw the
12
bus?
times a day,
When was the last time you saw that bus?
3 days ago.
You saw the bus 3 days ago,
Don't hold me to the 3 days, but, because it hasn't been on our route in the last couple of days. Okay,
'Cause
there's another bus, I think,
I'm asking you this because last month, and it's here on the agenda, I mean, on topics. Last month, we had a complaint about the bus.
But that was a different, wasn't that a different?
It's, I believe that's why I was trying to find out if it's a new bus or it's the same bus.
I took a picture of the bus number 2926.
Okay, because we put that bus out of service. So I don't know if this is,
Stay out of service.
huh?
It needs to stay out.
It is out of service.
That's what he's
When
saying,
did
it's
it go
out
out
of
of
service.
service?
It is our service. Well, we discussed this last month. We put it out of service.
What bus was the one in?
Just in the minutes, it says 2926.
Yeah, that's
Page
what-
29.
May not be the same bus.
That's why I'm trying to find out. if
That's
it's somebody-
round two, I don't know what it.
This seems like a typo. It seems like a typo. here.
Double check.
So if it is the same bus, we put the bus out of service. We received the complaint and we put it out of service.
For the month.
It hadn't been out of service for the month. No,
Exactly,
sir.
that's why I'm trying to find out if it is the same bus or we have another bus with the same problem. Which may be possible.
2926,
Okay.
check that bus.
Okay,
But we should have to change air mask 2 or 3 times a day on diesel.
no, absolutely not, absolutely not.
It's not the
Yes,
same
it's
bus.
extremely noisy, but it's the fumes that causes us health problems.
Okay, so we're gonna take a look at that.
That's why the lady wanted to contact an attorney, because
She-
he looked in her.
She has the freedom and the right to contact any attorney, that's okay. But you don't. This is the way to fix the problem. You guys come over here, you put it in a piece of paper in writing, and we look after it.
Well, I didn't know about the form, but I got it.
So we put the bus out of service, if there's any problems like this, we put the bus out of service and we go through it. The last bus that we had the problem, and I really hope it is different bus.
It was a different bus.
Okay, we put it out of service and we replaced a lot of things. The noise, there were two different things. That one was noisy and the noise was coming from the fans, the radiator fans. For some reason, the fans, yes, the blades they had some problems on the blades, so we have to replace the blades. It was creating like that chopper kind of noise on the bus, and it was being amplified, and it was horrendous. Now, that was noisy, not fumes.
Stop.
That was noisy, no fumes.
Madam Chair,
The-
may I suggest in order to keep business moving along, that the committee continue moving through their agenda, and then non-committee members can talk in the good of the order
Well,
section of the agenda.
We're at that point really, because we went through all the whole agenda, there
Yeah.
wasn't much to say, so that's why I recognized it.
So perhaps the vendor can speak directly with this gentleman face to face rather than have this,
Okay,
here lawyers, I'm hearing this and that,
Okay.
right?
yes, sir.
So you guys have that information, the latest information?
I have to say, it's a completely different bus, it's in a completely different area. The bus that you took out that the problem was is different, this is the first I'm hearing of it, so you could talk to him afterwards, but.
Okay.
Had I known, you would have had that information already, you know that. So, does anyone else have anything to say for the good of the order, because it's, other than that, there wasn't much to add, there's nothing new. I did get a lot less complaints, I'm happy to say. I think the buses are basically running very well, I think the drivers are very polite, so I've heard. Again, and I say it, and it's going to be on record again, anyone who has the slightest problem with a driver, or they see something that should not be, or the bus seems to be exceptionally noisy, please, this is the form, I have it here, it's a WPRF, don't hesitate to fill it out legibly, so I can read it, and I will pass it on to them, and I have to say they've been very, very good about getting back to the people. I mean, if someone's talking loudly, please don't write that down. Some people can't hear and they talk loud, you know, something that shouldn't be. There are cameras on the bus. I've had people say things that weren't true. I told it to them, I passed it on to them, they looked at the film and it wasn't true, so. You know, I listen to everything, I am really interested in knowing if everybody is okay, and if the buses are running okay, nothing's perfect. But we will take care of it, but threatening us is not the way to go.
I'm
Okay,
not here
not you,
threatening.
not you, I'm making a statement. Anything else, anyone else?
Madam Chair, can I?
Yes, I recognize.
Okay, this is just a,
Suggestion?
yeah,
Okay,
like that gentleman didn't know,
yes,
and apparently that bus, Diane is near her. Like bus number 2 comes by my house and my thing, and it was really noisy, but I noticed that it's been fixed. So we are in these different complex, these different areas.
right.
Why don't we get an assignment, like we are on the committee? Like bus number 2 is going by Chatham and it's going by his area and stuff like that. Why not what we see and what we think, and then one day maybe we ride the bus and see as all this stuff is happening. And we can come back with a real report of what we observed and think, and it wouldn't have been like the lady at his complex that's having this breathing problem. And if we'd known about it, we could have addressed it and you could have took it to our employees, and then they maybe could have got on it quicker. I'm just saying.
No, I listen to every suggestion, so I understand that, but the thing is that common sense, when I see something, I was riding the buses and I brought something to their attention. And then I saw Mario was actually riding the buses and found it to be true. Anyone who rides the bus, anyone who hears something, if you hear it with this as you would come in and tell me. Anyone has the right to come in and tell me if something is wrong. If you want to start a committee flow and.
Oh, I'm gonna just put it, I would
No,
just
no,
put
I'm
it
just-
out there. We
I
are
understand, but-
on the committee. We need, give us jobs. I mean, just come here. I'm not a bus rider. But if that's what I'm supposed to do, I would ride the bus maybe twice a month to see what's going on. Sit with
Okay,
people
you
like
got it.
Paige
All
and
right.
find out what, and I can come back with an honest report. I observed this.
Good job.
These people
Good.
did this. They was at public. Why go bus
It's a
was at
wonderful
public?
suggestion.
And people is complaining, trying to get out, and the bus is in front of them. Can't 2 come at a certain time.
Okay,
I would bring suggestion back like that.
okay, so then I think it's a great idea. Would you ride the bus number 2? I'll do 3 because I ride 3. You suggested and I'm asking you if you want to. Excuse me. What you said. I'm giving you an assignment. I'm giving you an
Thank
assignment.
you, right
What, I forgot what
Excuse me, you can't, I didn't recognize you.
What?
We're talking right now. We're not gonna have a meeting that's disrupted. If you made a wonderful suggestion, I'm asking you if you would like to ride bus number 2 and bring back anything that's good or bad. It's a yes or no, it's very simple.
Oh, I have no problem with
Diane?
riding the bus.
I forgot what bus route mine is, it's
Would
Somerset.
you like to ride bus
I
number
will.
1?
Is that my bus number, route number 1, is that Century Village? I mean.
I hope
Is
so.
that Somerset?
I don't know.
Somerset is which bus, guys?
But which bus is Somerset? You don't know which your bus.
Yeah, we know, if now we have you, don't worry.
You don't go.
Oh, you're fine.
It's on.
I know Wellington is one,
Yes, sir.
it's some.
I am
Somebody is crowd number one.
something complimentary. Is that okay?
Yeah, but for coming.
Can I say something complimentary?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I recognize.
I've been here for 15 years
Yes.
and my car just broke down
Yeah.
in January.
Yeah.
And I just started taking the bus.
Yeah.
And I want to compliment you on everything you guys do.
Thank you.
It's unreal. It's like a lifeline for me to go to the store and to live again. Because I have no car now,
I don't drive.
but everything in here, the drivers are great
Thank you.
and they help people. Bring a luggage on board. It's a godsend.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yep.
Yes,
Let
Mario.
me
And that's it.
addressing a little bit is,
I'm happy to hear
Thank
that.
you.
you have a very good idea.
Oh, thank you.
But some situation or some problems, maybe we can fix at the moment in site.
Mhm.
Remember, we have a supervisor on site here
Yes,
from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
That's true.
And
Hold on, let me open the door for you.
you can go to see the supervisor and tell him what you catch him or what is the problem, and maybe we can fix at the moment and that's it.
Yeah. There's a lot of, sometimes like, I don't wanna go back to the same thing, but sometimes we have to put a bus out of service and to get it repaired. Sometimes it's just a matter of why is the driver not wearing the complete uniform? Why is the driver not showing the ID? Why is the driver not asking for ID? Why is the driver not stopping at the right stop? So those things, the supervisor is on site. You look around, you notice something that is not, or may not be something that is not right. May just be something that you are uncertain of if it is right or not. When you come back on the bus, supervisor is at the drop house, address the supervisor, look, I just noticed the driver stopped in this location. Is that a recognized stop? Is that a mandatory stop? Or the driver, I noticed that the driver is just driving a little bit too fast. And those things, supervisor will go ahead and talk to the driver, look. This is the way you need to do it, and we fix it right away, you may not even need to set a paperwork. Or complete the paperwork, because the supervisor may have the answer for you.
Yeah,
Simple.
take care of it and want to go that.
Simple as,
Simple stuff.
why the bus didn't stop on this location, is that a stop or it's not a stop? And then if you feel like this should be a stop, then you go with the form suggesting that it should be a stop. But again, I like your idea because at least we can have someone that is gonna give us a legit and certain report about what's happening with the buses. Like I said, I have 70 drivers, 58 buses on the road. I cannot be on top of the shoulder of every single driver saying, do you're doing it right or you're doing it wrong. I need the feedback. You are the eyes of my driver to me. You are eyes for me to find out what my drivers are doing. Look, I receive phone calls, people saying, hey, look, bus number this and that. The driver just cut me off. Good. Thank you for calling me. We're gonna address this with the driver. I'm sorry that this happened to you. We're gonna check the cameras.
Right.
That helps me training the drivers, making sure the drivers are doing a better job. So I really appreciate the idea. I like it. I'm okay with that. If you wanna have someone riding the buses periodically, at least twice a week, once a month, whatever you want to do. All the community is allowed to put complaints, suggestions, or do write-ups. That's what we want. I'm not, from the beginning, I told you guys, I'm not afraid of complaints. Complaints address problems. And then we fix it. We try to make it better. So
But
yes,
they have to
please, by
come
all
through
means.
the office, we don't give them out your number, because you have called every 5 minutes. His hand was raised first, I recognize you second. I send you all the complaints that I have, and I tell them that you bring me one every day. Michael, you had your hand raised, and then Judy.
So this is just an aside, but I want to give a compliment to the driver for number 3 on the morning route. I don't even take that bus that much anymore. I take the 1. But when you're across from Dover and Gulf's Edge, you have the 1 immediate, you have the 3 immediately followed by the 1. Somehow that man and I have worked out a hand signal system where he knows I'm either going on the 1, the 3, So I wanna give that guy some recognition, you know, even without stopping, the guy's being incredibly observant of the riders and paying attention to the people on his routes, so.
Good. Judy?
When I first came to Century Village almost 15 years ago, I knew nothing about Florida, that's number one. So once I got here, I'm trying to acclimate myself. So that's what I did. I purposely got on the buses and I rode through the complex, every different one. I wanted to see exactly what was in here. Now, I haven't done it in years, but I will step up and say, I will be one of your volunteers to ride a bus.
Thank you.
But I do not believe that notification should be given that one of us is on the bus when that happens.
We didn't say we're gonna, we didn't say anything about notification being given on the bus.
I'm saying it should not be, I'm putting it out there that their driver should not know if one of us is on the bus, just to observe.
Oh, absolutely not.
No,
Okay.
no,
Wait,
we're not even going that route.
Let it flow, okay?
Yeah, it's like a mystery shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know, that's fine. No, that's fine. Look, when I go with the driver on the bus, they do it right.
They do everything perfect. We don't want.
If they know that I'm on the bus, they're gonna do it right, so
Right,
that's,
we
no,
want
I
to
agree.
know.
I agree.
I will tell you one thing, in Somerset, it goes right beside our pool, okay? When that bus goes by, we can't sit on the east side of the pool, that's how much fumes it makes. One day it died at the stop, cause the stop's right by the pool, okay? He couldn't get it started, so three of us walked over there and talked to him about the noise and the fumes and stuff. He said, I've complained over and over, but nobody does anything.
Okay.
So the other two of us, they just walked away and said, well, if they're not listening to
That's
you,
not
they're
true.
not gonna listen to us.
Mhm.
So that's why it kind of took a week or two before we decided to pursue it a little farther.
But now you know how to handle it. If you
Yeah.
just let me know, but in writing or at the clubhouse, they bring it over the same day, just say bus number, blah, blah, blah. Excessive fumes, that's all you have to put, your name, your number, and the bus, and the time, and we're perfect, and I'll give it to them.
Yep.
If they don't know, they can't fix it, this is the first we're hearing about it.
But I'm telling you, a lot of people just don't wanna get involved.
But if they don't wanna get involved, we can't fix the problem.
I hear you.
I mean, it's only common sense, if you have a problem. how
That's
can you get
another
resolved?
term that's very loosely used in Century Village, is common sense.
Yeah, well, see, you're good, that's good.
Telling you.
Pick that up, huh?
I'll be careful with that.
Well, I thank you for coming to the meeting, and I thank you for bringing it to our attention.
I hope something gets done.
It will, they will, they are people,
Absolutely.
believe me. And I'm very happy. A lot of people seem to be happy. Faith is not here today, but she got many calls from them. Any complaint that she put in, and other people have told us that too, so I know they're taking care of business, because I have very little complaints. I used to get dozens in a day.
Yeah, when we started, there were a lot of complaints.
You see what I said, there's very little now.
Yeah.
I thank you, gentlemen, for always
Thank you.
coming, I appreciate it,
Thank you
thank
very much.
everyone.
Well,
Yes.
just one thing with you guys, so look. A few days ago, we received a phone call from a supervisor with a resident that was bringing a baby, like a baby.
A baby on the road?
On the bus.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
She has
was,
a stroller.
she had a stroller and,
Why, no,
yeah, so the supervisor at that point, go like, he made a phone call. And we told supervisor, look, we need to find out who's the resident. We need to find out if it's a resident that's gonna be periodically coming to the bus. Because we may need to do a special accommodation for the bus, I don't know, usually if you come in the bus, you're supposed to have your, not only the ID, also the sticker,
Car seat.
like
The
a
car
car
seat,
seat.
that's the rule.
carry.
And you need to tie it with a seatbelt, I mean.
We very surprised
It
because
was
it's the first time.
It's the first time,
The
exactly.
first time
Did he let that person on the bus? I hope
I
not,
believe not.
with the baby.
I hope not.
No.
No,
The problem is, on my knowledge, laws say you cannot carry the baby
Carry the
in the
baby.
bus, you cannot
okay,
No, you can't.
keeping the baby in the stroller because you have to
yeah.
take the
So-
stroller with your hand, it's dangerous,
I
yes.
don't think babies.
Well, they don't have a resident carrier. They're not-
Yeah, they don't,
They were
no.
That's simple.
Yeah.
16 or
No, it's like
So-
the movie, 16 years and older.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have a child. on the bus.
So, but that was my question, look, if this is a resident that's gonna be taking the bus periodically, because it needs some, we need to create some special accommodations, then. But it's gotta be,
We don't provide that service.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, wasn't this doing, Passover?
Doesn't matter.
I'm just saying that usually we don't have babies and children up here till there's a religious holiday. Passover, Holy Christmas or something like that. So
You
if
know-
it was during that time, that probably was the only time.
I know,
that
but you know,
baby
like in
could
the
see it.
movies, you have to be, my niece used to come and she couldn't.
Oh, no, I know you're
go.
not allowed. I mean, it's not an everyday occurrence,
no, it was only one
one time.
without precedent
That's a
occasion,
liability.
we were like, wow.
16 and over, end of story.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can I say
yes,
something?
yes.
On behalf of the bus company, this year, they replaced 2 of the buses with brand new buses. So as their fleet gets older, if there's issues with certain buses, they will replace those buses. If they can't fix them,
Mhm.
they'll,
Okay.
and I mean, we did get 2 new buses so far
Yeah.
this year.
So it's just, when the bus is not financially, let's say, sustainable, that. We love to give you a good service, we're here to give you a good service, the only way you keep a customer happy is by giving the customer a good service. But at the same time, and this is not just business, we need to make money. So if the bus is giving me a lot of problems and I'm making money with the bus, it's time for the bus to go.
Right.
It's just true math.
Right.
And now with the better bus, the better service will come in all aspects. So that's something that we really account for. The bus is not good, it's not good. It's not good enough.
You guys have been doing a good job. You've been hearing the people. I'm very happy to say, I'm not just satisfied. And I have a nice group of people here who are very observant and they're gonna be very helpful. And that's great. Anything else from anyone? No?
Yeah.
So then,
Don't forget June, there's no.
oh, yes.
We received
That's
that
good.
information.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
committee should know.
June's meeting is it's canceled right now.
Your meeting.
I'm going to be away and I decided to cancel the meeting. So we'll resume in July. And if you have anything to bring to the table, please. I'm never offended. I'm open to suggestions. And just keep your eyes open and get on the, if you're not riding the bus, just go on once in a while. Just ride it. I remember the first time I went around, the bus driver said, "Did you miss your stop?" And I said, "No, I'm just riding around, seeing where you're going and what you're doing." I was new to the bus. I used to drive, but I lost a lot of my sights and I took the bus. And I'm not a prisoner in my house. I go everywhere. So thank you all for attending. I really appreciate that. Have a great day.
Anybody gonna drive by Dover? Catch a ride?
Yeah.
Catch a ride, thank you.